Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bat Friends Podcast, episode number 77, where two friends rediscover an animated classic. I am one of your hosts, Chris, alongside the world champion and New York State champion, Joe.
I'm just a troll, don't mind me.
What's up, Joe?
When you bring up my championships, that's all I can think of is little boys with fragile egos.
You didn't troll them all the time, you know?
I know. Damnedest thing. Reality is very troll adjacent. Sorry you don't get to act like you're important, guys.
No, it's only me. I'm the important one.
Which, again, explains a lot.
So, Joe, we're going to watch The Lion, the Witch, and the Unicorn.
Ain't no laws when you're on the claws. God damn it. That's all I can think of in this episode. This is my, hold on, I'll show you. My only note for this episode, White Claw. Because if she was brought in now, she'd be White Claw.
So, the real name of the episode is The Lion, the Unicorn, and this is Season 2, Episode 12.
So
written by Diane.
Oh, hey guys, I can breathe again.
Oh, yeah.
You know why? Because we're in our now permanent recording location. That's what I was going to say to you off air. You finished your intro.
Written by Diane Duane, Philip Morwood. Morwood.
Jesus Christ.
And Aerosmith's own Steve Perry. Directed by Boyd Kirkland.
Boyd's cool.
Boyd's good people.
So I thought about it after the fact, after you tried to kill me. Because I was like, what the fuck? Why did that, progress the way it did? And I didn't realize when I walked in where the seat you offered me was from. And I didn't realize it until you, at the end of the night, you put it back where you got it from. So it was a couch piece section in your living room.
Yeah, the Dana usually sits on.
And the cats climb all over.
Yeah.
So you basically tried to kill me.
I tried. I failed, but I tried.
Yeah, because I'm fucking tough. But yeah, so and because I didn't realize that when I sat down, I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, I'm just putting it all into me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why we just can't record at your place anymore.
I just because do not remember us having a conversation about you being allergic to cats.
I know I brought it because
I'm sure you have. Yeah.
And because like when we used to record in your other place, there were times that Guido came in. And I didn't pet him. And I think I just said it to you out of habit where I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to pet him because I'm allergic. I
know you say you wouldn't pet him. And I know, but then you told me stories about when you lived with a cat.
Yeah. But,
So, maybe I just...
You're lactose intolerant and eat ice cream.
I know. It's true.
And I also, like I said, I do think part of it is the fact that she went from 2 cats to 3 cats and one of them's a kitten. So, I don't know exactly, but it could have an effect and, blah, 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 blah,
possibly.
Because, that's just it, too, where it's like, there was a long time where I lived with a cat, but my bedroom, Sprite was not allowed in.
Yeah.
So, I had one place in the apartment where I could go and there was no Sprite here. There was no at all.
By the way, everybody, the villain from, the first episode, I don't know how long ago she was on.
Not the first, but yeah, early on.
Is back.
White Claw. And she was also she was in an episode, I forget what the fuck she was in, but then she was in the Catwoman episode. It might have been the first Catwoman episode, technically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
That. And if you're just joining in, there's 76 other episodes.
You should go listen to those. Especially Enjoy Your Frozen Dick. I don't remember if that's the title, but it should be. Yeah, go listen to Enjoy Your Frozen Dick. We kind of peaked there.
Did you see what I named the Bane episode?
Yes.
That was for you.
That would have been better if I could have fucking breathed.
Oh, is this the one? Yeah, this is the one where we learned that Alfred's not just a butler.
Yeah, he's a hard ass.
With a bowler hat.
And fucking Watson there. That's how future Watson was drawn in Cthulhu Holmes. The short one.
Makes sense.
Yeah. He had a flying car because it was the future.
That's how you know it's the future.
It's how you should.
The Jetsons lied to us.
Fucking Jetsons.
They got everything else right, but I wanted the flying car.
I mean, there were no Jews in the Jetsons. That's why we don't have Jetsons. That's the future where Hitler won. That's a really dark way to take it, isn't it?
The joke there is to say it's a better world, but
just another scorecard on the whole Chris is racist thing, if you're keeping track.
Oh.
I already lost what I was going to fucking tell you. There's a few things I was going to tell you, and I just keep forgetting, because fuck it, why not?
Yeah, and then they come back like 2 days later.
Yeah, they just text you. And you're like, what's this?
So
I also love how Bruce is just like, fuck Alfred. Because Robert's like, I didn't know Alfred was a spy. Oh, he just worked fucking desk jobs. He was a paper jockey.
It's not like he was a part of the American spy organization.
Exactly.
He was one of those fucking Brits. Goddamn lobsterbacks.
Fucking lobsterbacks. So, I don't know if you're keeping track of the Batman set fucking pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the one where they have him in like a robe over his armor? Now, I know that that's being done because it's cold on set and they're trying to like keep him warm. But in my mind, that's how Bruce dresses when he comes home. He just leaves his suit on and puts a fucking robe on over it. And it made me giggle.
That's kind of what I told Dana when I showed it to her. I was like, this is really how he dresses at home.
Yeah. And Alfred's into that kinky shit.
So he's been blindfolded, now he's about to get ass raped by another Englishman.
He's all for it. Why doesn't that guy have a mustache? He should have a mustache. White Claw! I should draw White Claw. Ain't no laws when you're on the claws. See, White Claw just proves that there's always a market for Zima. You just have to market it right.
Mm-hmm. Well, the fact that every beer company now has a White Claw. Yeah. Like, I was even looking around, there's a Coors Seltzer now.
Yeah.
Like, what?
On the way into Auburn, there's a billboard for Bud Lights, or Bud Sense Seltzer, or whatever they call it.
Yeah, I know that one's been a thing for a bit.
But it was still in reaction to White Claw.
Yeah, oh yeah. I remember the Super Bowl commercials.
But it's that thing where it's like nobody likes to drink beer is the real truth of it. Or American beer. Because remember when ciders were really big and everyone had like an angry cider or whatever?
I love good cider.
But you get what I mean, where it's that thing where it's just anything but straight American beer.
Well, that's the big companies are starting to lose out, and that's why actually Budweiser and a few other companies actually went out and bought a lot of these
microbrews.
Yes, because that's what people want. Because they actually have flavor. It's not just fucking piss water.
Right, and that's why I say because European beer is typically more flavorful, and I just don't like booze in general. Because I'm proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free. Yeah, all the time. Doesn't matter.
People shooting guns.
It's fucking COVID era, man. Shit's gone cray-cray. Now, the lie there is that they all survived that.
Yes.
I think we already know. They work for White Claw.
This dude's really into the claws.
Ain't no laws when you're on the claws.
I think he's a TikTok influencer.
We're on the wrong show now. You know who loves TikTok and has actually gotten a couple big hits on TikTok? Brooks.
Brooks. God damn it.
That's part of why I started doing the Brooks thing, because he just has these goofy ideas for TikTok videos, and then they're a little janky and shit. They're funny, but I'm trying to avoid falling down that hole.
Dana has a few times tried to get me into a TikTok video, And every time whenever because I know when she's going for it.
Yeah.
And every time I'm just like, TikTok is a communist ploy.
That's a good bit. I like that. So I'd post that shit.
There was apparently a thing going around.
Hold on, real quick. I love this. British spies don't know who the fuck Batman is, and then Batman just fucking strolls up and like the two. Wait, hold on. Does he say it? Or apologies for. Okay, I thought like, how'd you get in here? Okay, how'd you get in here? Well, your window was open, and there's a balcony, so we used that.
I'm the fucking Batman.
Don't you know who I am? So Bill Burr was on hosted SNL last week.
Yes, fantastic.
Okay,
I watched the monologues. I watched.
Whatever. I don't care anymore. But I guess they did a bit of where it was Sam Adams introducing their new beer and then real Bostonians, and so they have the actors of being like, oh, I don't usually like beer, but this is pretty good, and it's like pumpkin flavored or whatever. And then they have Bill Burr being Bill Burr. It's like, it tastes like ass, but I guess there's nothing else to get drunk on. And it just keeps escalating. So then, naturally, I just go, oh. Because at first when it's the beer thing and it's Samuel Adams, I'm like, Samuel Jackson beer? So then I watched Samuel Jackson beer. And then I shared it because I go, 'tis the season. You'll be fucking fat bitches in no time. Why are you yelling? This is the way I talk. Ain't you ever seen any of my movies? I miss Chappelle's show. Dave Chappelle's hilarious.
I love me some Bill Burr.
Bill has kind of gone the way of Rogan for me, where I feel like he's kind of gotten a little high on his own supply. But, old Bill I love. Have you ever watched when Bill just insulted Philadelphia?
I've watched a bunch of his stuff. I don't know if I watched that in
It
particular.
was okay. So it was O&A was doing the Virus tour, and that was where they had fucking Dom Irrera, Bill, Patrice, a whole bunch of guys they knew, and they did a show in Philly, and it was still kind of early days, so it was when the audience was still kind of aggro, because that's what the show is. So poor Dom goes out there and gets heckled to hell. Just they would not let him finish a joke. It was fucking awful. To the point that O&A felt really bad. So they asked all their friends to do the show, and then their fans are being shitty to him. Mm-hmm. So Bill goes, fuck you guys, and just tells them how shitty they are. And he goes, I'm doing my set. You're not stopping me. You guys suck so much, your sports hero is a fictional fucking character. Rocky! He ain't fucking real, fuckwits. And then he just starts counting off the time. 5 minutes, and he will not stop. And he turns the crowd to where they start cheering for him and laughing because he just goes, fuck yourselves. And it's beautiful to watch as a fan of stand-up. Mm-hmm. It's not like it's a good set. It's just great knowing that going in. Yeah. And the only versions of it you can find is somebody's camera at the time, phone camera or whatever. But it doesn't matter. It's still a beautiful thing to watch. It's just at one point I owned a recording. And I think it might have been a bootleg, or he might have actually put it out. But it was the infamous night where Bill Hicks walked the entire room because there was some local radio DJ who would get fans, go to shows, go to concerts, go to comedy clubs, whatever, and just yell Freebird. And just to troll him, basically, right back in the day. And Hicks gets so pissed off, he just starts insulting the audience until they leave. And he says, I'm not going to stop until every one of you walks out. And he does it. And it's not a great stand-up, but it's amazing to watch. Or to listen to, I should say. But that's the one where he starts yelling and saying that Hitler was right, but he was just short-sighted. He should have killed everybody. Oh, it's a thing of legend.
I think...
And you can. I think at some point you can actually start to hear some of the people getting up and walking out, and every time somebody walks out, he's like, "Good," and to the point where his voice is hoarse because he's just yelling at the crowd.
From all the stuff I watched of Bill Burr and all the interviews I've heard from Bill Burr and everything, he just seems to be the same type of angry that I am at shit. We're just like, why the fuck is this offensive? Why the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, douchey white guy. Yeah, that's fine.
So that's why I love him. And when he did the monologue on SNL, he completely bombed on a joke, and it was like, it was kind of a COVID joke, but it was about like grandmas and shit.
Yeah.
And he bombed on it. He just looked at the crowd and goes, "Well, trucking right along."
I mean, that's where like that's one of those things where I haven't watched it because I don't want to have an opinion on it. And you know me, if I watch it, then I have to be like, okay, here's my opinion. Either way, I just don't want. I don't care. Bill was on the show to give a monologue. Bill did a monologue. Who fucking cares?
It's the typical thing. If I know you won't, but if you ever did actually watch it, you'd just be like, okay, like nothing really super offensive was said here. Just people are babies, like.
Because I haven't even tried. Because now we're just not talking about the episode, but it's like, okay,
listen,
it's White Claw. She's trying to bomb Europe or England. Nobody cares. Just
like the Revolutionary War, British people can't fucking shoot guns, so
Have
they
you watched
fail.
Parks and Rec?
Oh yeah.
Okay. History began on July 4th, 1776.
Yes. Everything before that was a mistake.
Oh, I can't remember what it was I was watching or what was being talked about, or maybe it was something I was reading. But it was one of those things where it just made me sad because I'm like, this is somebody. What's his? I can't think of his. I'm blanking on his fucking
Ron
name.
Swanson.
Thank you. But it was one of those things where I'm like, this is a person that took Ron Swanson seriously, that didn't get the joke.
Bring me back to that, but finish what you're saying.
No, that's all. That's all.
Oh, I recently had a falling out with somebody who didn't understand my point of view, like my version of my political thoughts, and kept saying, like, had only watched Parks and Rec and thought that's what a libertarian was, and didn't realize that's a caricature of a libertarian.
Right. And it's also like, it's a caricature, but it's also like a loving caricature in that there's things where he kind of goes against what he believes because he cares about Leslie, he cares about the people, you know. So it's like, and some of it is really what Offerman, like, Offerman would never make an engagement ring out of a fixture in someone's bathroom, but Offerman really does think it's nice to learn a trade and know how to do things.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's also that.
He wrote a book about woodworking or something.
Yes, I believe it's How to Fashion a Canoe. It's something like that. Yeah. Like, I love Nick Offerman.
Oh,
I love him.
Did you see somebody, it might have been Boss Logic actually, did a image of if Nick Offerman was to play MODOK? And so it's just MODOK with Offerman's face as Ron Swanson too.
Of course, the mustache. Yeah. That's tremendous. Pow 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 pow. But yeah, this is the episode where Hayes and I started watching it because it was on that. Remember when Hasbro had like a cable channel for a little minute?
No.
Oh yeah,
I don't remember that at all.
That was the thing. So all the Transformers were on it, and then this was on it at the time because whatever.
Yeah.
And so we just sit there going to the castle, we're just sitting there and just start randomly going Batman, and then like at one point it's when Robin clicks underneath and then does he just did it where he does the big leg lift and scissors the guy off. She's like Robin.
I can't.
Yes.
Just made me think of an old South Park episode. Probably still my favorite South Park episode.
You made me sad. Go on. Because I had to watch the pandemic special on my phone on the website because now it's on HBO Max.
Oh, I still haven't watched it.
I mean, it was okay, but it was one of those things where it's just like, I miss just, being able to watch South Park.
One of my favorite episodes ever, and it's just, a lot of the jokes just click with me, it's the 300 episode where they're making fun of 300. Because
this is Lesbos. Yes.
Oh, scissor me timbers. That's what you said, scissor kick. That's all went through my head.
Fucking scissor me timbers.
How do two women even make love?
Yeah,
do they just
Garrison.
Scissor?
Fucking Garrison.
Oh my god, it's fantastic.
And that's the thing, and I don't think... Oh yeah, that's right, because he's the president now, I forgot. Because I was like, you don't really see Garrison much anymore. I was like, oh, that's right, he's the president. Because that does come up in the pandemic special.
Well, it has to.
They barely do it.
Oh, really?
Because remember, they're trying... The whole reason they tried to make it so they don't just do that every week.
Oh yeah, I know, but you do a pandemic episode.
I know. Well, then that's rare because the punchline there, spoiler alert, is he doesn't want. They call him like, you have to help us stop the pandemic. He's like, I don't want to. It's like, why? I promised to get rid of all the Mexicans. And they're like, well, it's killing more than just Mexicans. He's like, don't care. As long as it's killing Mexicans. And then, because it's Stan calling him, he just goes, fuck you!
I love this too. I'm sorry.
Fuck my cow, yeah.
The only good part of this whole episode is, fuck my cow, but then in order to get rid of White Claw, he's just like, eject this bitch.
And then she just dies, because she's in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah. Ain't no laws or no claws.
More evidence that Bruce could have just been using that fucking plane the whole time instead of those stupid fucking whatever they're called.
What? I don't even know what you're referring to.
Remember when he went the Talia episode when they took the plane instead of using the fucking bat jet?
Oh yeah, the biplane.
The biplane.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
That's not how that happens.
Nope, that's not how it works at all. Big Ben's dead. Dishes are done, man.
And nobody knows I'm Batman.
Nor will they. Because I'm in the middle of the ocean.
Well, it was good having an adventure and being important for once, but I'm going to go back to serving this man-child.
Where I never have to leave the mansion or see you ever again. I love that, too, because when they go through the whole thing of, like, well, cousin is British slang for a fellow agent in the field. And it's like, okay. I
don't think that's a real thing.
Whether it is or not, okay, but... Yeah, sorry we didn't really talk about the episode, guys. It's a boring one.
Batman fights White Claw.
White Claw tries to steal a missile silo, succeeds, dies in the ocean, and this is the good one. This is Wild West. Wild West. And then
Alfred saves the day.
And that is the one good part about it, though, is that like it gives that background of like Alfred's not just the fucking servant. Like Alfred's done some shit in his life.
I kind of would rather the episode went like it should have been like a 2-episode arc, and get rid of the whole fucking White Claw thing.
I just love that we're calling her White Claw.
It's what she is now. And
now I have to draw White Claw.
And do it kind of like this episode we're about to watch.
Okay.
Episode 78.
Oh, yeah, where Alfred's just like telling a story.
And make it like, he has to go back to help his buddies because some old like thing happened.
Yeah.
And then just tell a fucking Civil War story. I don't know, but just go back in time.
It would have been World War I probably.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Tell World War I story where he was a spy.
Yeah.
That would have been a cooler story.
That would have been, yeah, because they actually kind of do that in Spider-Man. When they have the episode with Captain America and Wolverine.
Yeah. I love
I think
the few times they dove into that where it's just like Cap back in World War II and like, oh my god, Logan's there.
Yeah.
Those are always fun. Speaking of fun, where can people find you on the internet, Joe?
JoePank.com, JoePank.com. My Twitch is on there. My fucking YouTube's on there. ClicksNexus.com is on there. The store is on there. But if you don't like clicking on links, you can always go to Enjoy Your Frozen Dick, the only place to get your official Bat Friends merchandise and your official Joe Meets World merchandise and your official Basement Buddies merchandise. Oh, don't know what Basement Buddies is? Oh, well, I guess you should go to the store and find out. You can also follow me on Twitter at Cthulhu Holmes or search for... that's what else I was going to tell you. Search for Joe Pank. It'll probably get you there. And if it doesn't, I'm going to count user error on that one. And as always, if you want to support my behavior and make me feel good about my life choices, you can go to patreon.com/JoePank, where for as little as $2 a month, you can get my show, Joe Meets World, uncut and unedited up to 3 days early, and Chris is on it sometimes. So, that's a thing you should do.
It's usually the longer ones, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's if you really like listening to us talk and want more than a half hour at a time, You should become a patron.
So you can find me at Fortress Chris on Twitter when it's working. And you can find me at chrisrunt.com. At this point, you should be able to spell my name. I have everything there. Like Joe said, my Twitch, my whatever, my Facebook. Links to my Twitter, too, if you wanted that. And link to my mailing list if you want to do that as well. If you sign up for the mailing list, you can get an 8-page preview of Battle Monsters for free. And FortSCommonNews.com. That's everything I do podcasting-wise on that website as well. And if you want to get this show 3 days early when it comes out, go to patreon.com/FortressComicNews. And for $2 a month, you get it 3 days early. Remember, everybody, 5-star reviews on Podcatcher of your choice. If you're watching us on the YouTube, to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below. Thanks all for listening. We'll see you next week.
Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van every Sunday. She tells him he's at church, but she doesn't know. But she's on her knees, and Scotty doesn't know. No, whoa, whoa. Don't tell Scotty.